Let me ask you a question there, Sean. Have you ever watched a guitar player and felt very inadequate about your own skills?
I don't judge myself based on others, because I'm just not that good.
Well, I have certainly watched guitar players and felt not great about myself. And that has become significantly worse when I've seen 12-year-old children who could play me under the table.
Oh, we're talking Prodigies?
That's what we're looking at today. We're going to be checking out some Prodigies.
That's tough.
Let's do it. Okay, so the first guy that we have here is Maituo guitar. I believe he is 9 years old in this video.
Oh, God.
And let's see what he can do. This guy, he's just improvising this. 9 years old. Maituo, what do you think?
He's got some soul.
I know, it's insane.
It's very soulful playing.
Very soulful, very tasteful. And I love how he's just sitting there like this is nothing. I'm half asleep. How do you think someone like that gets so good?
Dude, I don't know, man. Does he have like a dad that cares?
You ever dealt with the Prodigy in your life?
You know, I haven't. I'll tell you what. So I got a story about this. I used to teach guitar lessons, right?
Yep.
My boss was like, hey, we got this new student. He's high-functioning autistic, but he's a prodigy. So, like, are you interested? And I'm like, I mean, that sounds kind of cool, you know? Turns out he was not a prodigy. They tricked me. So I knew right away that I had been duped. And, like, my rates were cheaper than, like, a mental health professional for babysitting. But they tried to convince me he was a prodigy. I'm like, listen, I don't know a lot about prodigies, but I know that he's not a prodigy.
All right, so check this out. We just shot a lesson on how you can learn songs at lightning speed for my course platform, The Dojo. I designed The Dojo to give intermediate guitar players who have hit a wall with their playing a path forward. Every week we do a lesson on a topic that you should be able to get under your fingers relatively easily. In a world where there's so many options, I wanted to make it simple. You show up, you do the work, and you'll see improvement. When you use the link in the description, you're gonna get in for $7.50 a month. And with that, you're also gonna gain access to all of my other courses. So check that out, use the link in the description. Let's get back to those child prodigies. We're going now to North Korea for this one.
Nice. I mean, this is awesome. I don't know, something very joyful about this in a very cartoonish way.
It's sinisterly joyful because, you know, like these kids are probably learning this stuff under duress.
These kids are holding it down though.
Yeah, like this song's actually like, if you imagine this with like a spaghetti western kind of thing there, like this would be amazing to hear in a western movie.
Are these prodigies?
Well, I don't know if they're prodigies.
Yeah.
I think maybe they were just forced to do this. You think they're still playing to this day?
Yeah, I think these kids are all still good buds.
Yeah.
They get together, play this one song.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's say that everybody's happy and everything is going well for them.
In North Korea? Come on!
13-year-old Joe Bonamassa. It's like a little news piece on him. So
okay,
let's check it out.
There is no reason to notice Joe Bonamassa. He's simply another 13-year-old at an awkward stage of life.
Shoot, that could cause a problem. Because I dropped my folder and it doesn't
Just
have any
one more
bottom,
kid,
so I just
until he
pick it
picks
up
up a guitar. Smokin' Joe.
That's insane at 13 to be playing like that.
That's wild.
You hear that right away that this kid is something special.
Sometimes it gets that way where I think, this is not happening.
I like that camera angle from below where he's just like sweating. It's like 9 years old. Just sweating with like the lights, the nightclub lights on him.
Joe Bonamassa has been playing blues guitar since he was 5. He's been performing in nightclubs since he was 9.
They really knew he was a prodigy when he cussed out the sound engineer at 6. They're like, this is a guitar prodigy.
What do you hope will happen in your life?
You know, to basically become big in the music business.
I don't know, I hear Joe Bonamassa play within 5 seconds of listening to that. I'm like, this guy's, he's going places. And he did. Next up, we got amazing 7-year-old guitarist, Konstantina Andritsuo.
7?
Yeah, so this is a 7-year-old. I think this one's interesting because like of all the things that we've watched so far, like this is one where I have the hardest time actually telling how good she is.
Yeah.
Because I just like don't know classical music. I don't know classical guitar, and it's almost like it's this whole other world.
It's weird with like their tiny little hands, how they can kind of like cover so much ground with it. If my hands had to play a guitar the scale of hers, maybe that would be challenging. There's always people coughing at every recital. Have you noticed that? I've never seen a recital footage without like a like constantly. It's just like coughing.
So it's funny because like my reaction to like this one is like, this is the only one where I'm like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that. But it's also the thing that I know the least about. It's also a 7-year-old.
Oh, isn't that great? I love that. That's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could do it.
I got it.
You know, it was funny. After I was like finding these videos last night, the thing that I found myself I had to do, I just had to like grab a guitar and like play some things, but like, oh no, I can actually do this. I can play guitar, because this stuff was like so disheartening.
Just power up with some blues riffs.
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah.
Now, speaking of making yourself feel bad, this one was just like, this one wrecked me.
This is one.
This one beat me down. Within just like seconds, you hear like that's Derek Trucks. Like,
Yeah.
He still sounds like Derek Trucks, but you're not just like listening to this and like, this is a little rough. Maybe he could work on this bit. No, you're like, he's good. He's really, really good at this age. It gives you chills.
That's crazy.
Derek Trucks is like one of my favorite guitar players of all time at whatever age he is now. Derek Trucks at 13 is still one of my favorite guitar players. Like, I feel like I have so much to learn from him playing this at this age. It's insane.
My favorite is still those North Korean kids, man.
Yeah?
Those kids slay. I love those kids. It's like a weird fever dream.
This is 12-year-old Andreas Verdi, jazz guitarist.
Okay.
And let's give it a listen.
I'm most impressed by this one right here.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah. This kid's on a different planet.
This would take me years of intense full-time jazz study to even like sniff this.
I feel like I could never do this, but you're right. My brain can comprehend how another human brain could take stock blues licks and string them together in a very soulful way.
Yeah.
I comprehend that. This is just like what do you mean?
Not only is he like stringing together these like lines that work within the jazz vocabulary, but he's also putting these like bluesy twists that make it sound tasteful.
Yeah.
It would be exceptionally good for an adult jazz player to do this.
Yeah.
For a 12-year-old, it's unfathomable.
I don't understand.
So there we have it. Those are some child prodigies that I dug up on YouTube.
Great.
Any closing thoughts?
What happens to the child prodigies?
Well, Joe Bonamassa goes on to have a very successful career.
Quite well for himself, right?
Derek Trucks does quite well for himself.
Those North Korean kids are still
We don't know what's up with the North Korean
I'm
kids.
pretty sure they're still having a good time.
So there you have it. Those are our reactions to some guitar prodigies. Remember, we got a bonus lesson at the Samurai Guitar Dojo, learning how that you can learn songs as fast as possible if you're not a prodigy yourself.
There we go.
And you need to cut some corners and get it done as fast and
That is
quickly.
my speed for sure.
You can sign up for that for $7.50 using the link in the description, and you're not only going to gain access to the entire Samurai Guitar Dojo stuff, but you'll also gain access to all of my other courses with that. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out Sean's channel. The link to that is in the description. Look after yourselves, look after each other, look after the planet. I'm Samurai Guitarist.
I'm Sean Daniel.
See you again next time.